welcome tonight. Welcome to the Bezzos Blueprint webinar with Paul. And tonight, I'll be sharing a whole lot with you, a whole lot that has worked for me, a whole lot that I know the big boys out there are using to rake in 7 to 8 figures on a weekly basis. I'll be bearing it all tonight. So just grab a popcorn and fasten your seatbelt and let's go on a quick ride. All right, in the next few minutes, I'll be showing you how you can start an online business and earn over 500K in less than a month. Yes, that's no exaggeration. It is real. I will also show you how I started from nothing and transformed my entire life using this same business model. Finally, I will break down the entirety of this entire business in order for you to understand, and I'll bring it down to its barest minimum so that the minutest person on this call will understand the nitty-gritty about this business. All right, your task, should you accept it tonight, is that you would start and also launch your own business using the same model, and you'd start earning over 500K, like I earlier said, or more within the next 1 month. However, what I desire from you right now that we're about to jump in is that you kill all distractions for the next few minutes to focus on what I'm about to tell you. So if you are in front of a TV set, I would suggest that you take a walk and go to a very secluded area, because what I'm about to share with you tonight is going to change your life. And 2, ensure you stay with me till the very end of this video so that you can have a chance of winning a gift worth over 50,000 naira that I'll be sharing with you at the end. And this gift is so that you can use the same thing, and with the same model I'll be sharing with you, to start earning within the next 24 hours. Yes, 24 hours, right? Okay. Now, why should you listen to me? I've been saying the same thing. I've been repeating the same business model over and over again. So here's why you should listen to me. So this is my dashboard with the same business. And as you can see, within the last few months that I joined in, I've been able to make over 162 sales, right? I have earned over almost 2.5 million in all-time earnings. That's 2.4 million, right? Approximately 2.5, right? And of course, here is my account balance awaiting the next payout, right? So if you look closely here, you look at the top of the screen, you would see the date. What does that tell you? 2023, right? So that's to tell you that it is still very much recent. All right, and then you look at this place. This is my name inscripted on it to tell you that it isn't audio money, right? All right, so this is not fiction. This is not photoshopped. It is actually real, and this is someone like you, right? Someone like you that was at some point was looking for extra ways to make money, or someone like you that at some point was depressed and was low, right? I am telling you this because you shouldn't start looking at this and say it is almost impossible, or maybe you feel like I am privileged. So shortly, I'll be telling you a few things that will make you understand that this is extremely possible. So stay with me, right? So as at 2015, I was broke and empty, right? This is me telling you who I was. I solely depended on a 60,000 naira monthly salary I earned as an e-business sales support at one of the Nigerian banks, right? As my only source of livelihood. For a lot of Nigerians, 60K is a sizable amount to either start life, build a family. But for me, I knew there was something more out there. So I was so far from satisfied. So this is me in 2016. You can see a pictorial representation of what I looked like. This picture is actually bringing back memories. That's why I'm actually laughing. But of course, fortunes have actually changed. But I want you to take a close look at this picture. Look at the cheekbone. Look at how pressed they are. And look at me focused on my HP laptop that I bought then for, I think it was about 25,000 naira. And if you look at this laptop, does not have a webcam in front. It's a plain laptop. I still have it in my archives. Anytime I get home, I look at it and I'm like, this was how I started. But of course, I'm only telling you this so that you can have a pictorial view of what I looked like way back then. And if you also have a picture of how you looked right now, I would want you to do me one favor, right? Screenshot what you look like right now. If you don't have a pictorial view, I would want you to take a quick snapshot of how you look, right? Save it somewhere and save it as January 2023, right? Have you done that? Okay. The reason why I'm telling you to do that is because at the year end of 2023, for a few percent that would want to take the chances that would come their way, starting with this and some other ones that would come their way, they would be so surprised at the drastic change that would have happened at the year 2023. And if you are very fast to want to take action, right, you would see how things will change for you. I was like that in 2016. I decided to save this particular picture, and of course, right now, I can't look at this picture and smile. But of course, I'll show you. No problem. Let's keep going. I was so not fulfilled, but the fear of not getting monthly alerts on 20-somethings kept me on the job. This will be for bankers, right? Bankers can relate because every banker in Nigeria from 28th, their salary starts coming in. So finally, I summoned up courage and decided to tender in my resignation in order to launch out into the unknown. I had never felt freer in my entire life. Oh, how wrong I was. A few months down the line, reality began to set in. That which I greatly feared became my roommate. Just 6 months after my resignation, I went from being broke to hungry, and I even suffered depression. Yes, depression. I was depressed. So if you think, man, I am depressed and then I've been low, right now I feel like ending it all. No. Newsflash. Everyone that has made it up there at some time in their life also been at the rock bottom. And this is also a tip for those that are actually struggling to stay on that job, right? So my advice is that before you leave that job, I would advise that you had worked on your exit plan, worked on your contingency plans very well, so that you might not end up feeling or being in a sorry state, just like I was. I'm telling you from experience. Anyways, it's just an advice. Let's proceed. But of course, something changed, and today I now run 3 different companies of my own, which includes a digital media company, a footwear brand, and a transportation company. I manage a workstation here in Lagos where my team and I presently work from. I actually co-founded that particular workstation. And I have won several awards and recognitions, including appearing on several television stations to grant live interviews. Making 7 figures is now irregular for me, as my company now consults for big brands and I also train them as well, right? So these are things that have changed for me. So here is a picture. And this is a picture so that you can put in a picture to all of those things that I have written in order for the doubters or the doubting Thomas you have on this call, for them to see proof, right? So these are my awards to the right. And this is me appearing on LTV and then the picture screen on a segment called Wolfspreneur, right? Okay. This is also me on TVC Wake Up Nigeria, right? With the famous Yomi Owokwe granting a live interview. This is me trying to wait for my breakfast after my interview, right? So it's actually not photoshopped and it's not audio. So you can see me. Take a closer look at this picture. Can you correlate with this and that other one? Can you see the difference? Of course, I think pictures would say it all. That's how things can change for you if eventually you hit the bull's eye. And of course, this is my office I was telling you I wrote about or I spoke about earlier on. This is also the interior, and this is me making calls in order to pursue some or 2 deals, right? Somebody said boss on the comment section. All right. And of course, this is me posing for a selfie outside in front of our table tennis recreational board. And this is also me standing there at the reception taking another selfie. And finally, to the right, me and my some of my staffs. I was trying to train them on a few skills that they needed to get better on the job. This is actually an old picture. We have doubled what you see presently, right? But this is what I can lay my hands on. What really changed, right? I'm sure you can see that transformation and see all of that achievement, right? All of what changed for me is what I'm about to share with you shortly. So if you are not taking this seriously, I would advise that you are just stick with me while I take you into a deep dive on how things changed eventually. All right, in the 1980s, we had what we called the Industrial Revolution. This was when owners of manufacturing companies were the richest. This was why our parents would encourage us to go to school so we could earn to get a good job in those manufacturing companies because certificates then were key. How many of us can relate? We can relate to them, right? Go to school, graduate so that you can get a good job, right? But gradually, times changed and we moved into what we call the internet revolution, where computers took over and only those that were computer smart got the best jobs and became richer, right? Smart work started taking over and certificates started losing its relevance. It didn't end there. The information revolution came along. This was where information became the new oil. Our youth started having access to smartphones to know more than their elders. And of course, the crypto generation and then the techies started, overflowing everywhere. Gen Zs started taking over. But of course, finally, the connected revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the era where you can connect to the world from anywhere and still make a fortune. The rise of COVID-19 also made it more obvious that distance is no longer a barrier to doing business. Yes. This was why the Zoom founder, who was rejected by Microsoft, became the 28th richest man in the world as at 2020. How many of us can remember during the lockdown period when remote work started becoming the order of the day? Yes, that was when Zoom sprung up. And of course, a lot of people who were probably trapped as a result of the lockdown had to do business. A lot of CEOs had to check in to see what has happened to their business that they were running here before they were trapped by COVID-19. So live stream and streaming platforms became the order of the day. And of course, since then, things have actually changed. All of this happened in the connected revolution. And if you cannot relate with that, I'm sure you can relate with Uber. Uber, which is the richest transportation company, yet they don't own any single car. Yes, you can relate with that perfectly, right? Uber connects passengers to drivers in just what we call an app. And then, of course, when the passengers make payment, they make payment directly into the app, and then the drivers get a commission from the ride. That's exactly what Connected Revolution brought. And of course, Airbnb also runs the biggest real estate company in the world, but none of the buildings are theirs. They just connect buyers and sellers. The same thing happens to the Amazon and the world popular Amazon, Jeff Bezos, right? And he became the richest man at some point, doing this same thing without owning a single product. That's the e-commerce model, right? Connecting customers and buyers, still on the same thing, right? In different niches. The only difference I'm telling you right now is that for Amazon went into the manufacturing niche. Airbnb went into real estate. Uber went into the transportation niche. And while Zoom actually went into the communication niche. So these are the same solutions in different niches. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the connected revolution. All of this happened because they all leverage technology to connect and to sell to the world through what we call affiliate marketing, right? So, what is affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing is simply recommending solutions, products to a lot of people who need them and also get paid a commission in the process of doing so. It's simple, connecting buyers to products. So even the aboki you know on your streets are actually affiliate marketers. Yes. How do they do that? They just get products from the market and then bring them close to you, either on traffic or on the streets. The product they sell aren't theirs, they are just a connector. And at the end of the day, they remove their profits and off they go. The only difference is that the aboki is limited to a particular location. But you, because you're in the connected revolution, should know that if you want to make a fortune and buy yourself out of the present state of poverty that you are in right now, you should be leveraging on what we call affiliate marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, with affiliate marketing, I have grown from zero to a highly sorted after consultant. I have also built other businesses and also raised others through the same model. And with this, just like Amazon, Uber, Airbnb, you don't necessarily need to own any of those products. Neither would you have to leave your comfort zone if you would want to also buy into the same concept that I'm about to share with you. All right. Now, looking at the affiliate marketing model, right? Whether the big boys, whether the big companies you see out there, or even the big brands that are rising, all of it go through four simple steps. And those are the four steps that I'm about to share with you. Step one, it starts with picking a hot selling product that people need, right? And then step two, you get tons of traffic or targeted buyers who needs this product. Step three, they make a payment, and then step four, you cash out. It is that simple. I go over it again. You pick a product, right? Hot selling products, right? And then you get tons of traffic for targeted buyers who really need this product and are willing to buy. And then three, they make payment. And then number four, you cash out. It is that simple. So most of the big guns, all of which you see out there, follow these four simple step into making their businesses what it is today. All right, I know you are beginning to have questions. It's looking that simple, right? Of course, I know you are getting value, but of course, I wouldn't blame you if questions are trooping in. Questions like, is it that easy? Two, what are hot selling products and where do I get them from? Three, how do I get the right traffic of people for free who really need this product? And four, can I do this with a smartphone? And so much more, right? But not to worry, coming up in this live stream webinar, I'll be showing you a simple step-by-step procedure of how to do this affiliate marketing big. I mean, really big, right? And then two, I'll be telling you what hot selling products are and where you can sort them from, right? Number three, I'll be showing you where on how you can get tons of the right traffic of buyers who are willing to pay for free, right? For free. And then number four, an opportunity for us to work together so that you can launch yours and also make over 500K or more within the next 30 days from now, right? But we're going to take these things one after the other so that the slow learners can also catch up. Like I promised you earlier, I'm going to break them down bits by bits so that even the minutest person here, and even if you're just seeing or coming into the tech world for the first time, you would understand all of these things, right? So number one, we start with hot products. What are hot products, right? What are hot products, right? So hot products are products that people desperately need and are willing to pay for. But in this case, they are digital products. Don't forget that they are digital products. So the difference between that you are booking on the street and then the Jumia is that Jumia has packaged what you are booking sells on the street into what we call digital products, right? And they have placed them into an online shop. So you can pick exactly what you want to buy from that Aboki store online, and then they get it delivered to you Ladies and gentlemen, that's actually a digital product. So anything we are discussing here is actually a digital product, right? So every now, a perfect example of a hot selling product, right, is, for instance, we know the rave of the jackpot thing. Everybody wants to travel abroad. Everybody wants to jackpot. Jackpot is the word, right? So if you have any information or material that gives them a proven blueprint on how to travel to, let's say, maybe Canada, UK, Australia, or anywhere in the world that they might want to desire, without necessarily bringing in a third party agent who would normally want to bill them for consultation, a huge amount of money to help them with the process. Will people pay for it or not? Let me get your answers. Will they pay for it? They will pay, right? I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Sure, they will, right? That right there is what we call a hot product. And then we also have hot products in the fashion niche. We also have hot products in the transportation niche, just like the Uber example that I give you. Remember, we had the likes of Gokada coming in and taking over the place too. And then we have a lot of them right now that are leveraging into digital products, right? So you can actually pick out hot products in different niches and look for people that are willing to buy these things, right? Okay, that is it about hot product. So the next thing you'll be thinking right now, okay, if I have a hot product, how do I get traffic? Don't worry, I'll tell you exactly how to do that, right? But before then, right, online, there are places where most of those hot products have been assembled so that you will not have to stress. People have actually gone ahead to put up all the solutions in places where we call affiliate marketplaces, so that you can just sign up on those platforms, pick up any of the products that you want, and begin to market to anyone that you know needs the solution. And they are called affiliate marketing uh, marketplaces. There are a couple of them out there, right? But because of my experience, I have done my own research and also worked on a couple of them. So I've mentioned a few ones that I know are very, very reliable. And they are: number one, JVZO; number two, ClickBank; number three, Expertnia. So I'll take them one after the other so that if you want to go sign up, you would know what you are signing up for. So number one, JVZO, awesome platform. They pay in dollars. I know everybody wants to earn in dollars, and it's a very, very fine, free flowing platform. But because of experience, I have noticed a few thumbs down, a few bad side about JVZoo. And number one of that is that they charge you extra 5% on all of your earnings. So, for instance, you make a sale, out of every sale that you make, 5% to be removed, right? That's not all. Number two is that their account activation takes too long. Sometimes they might not even activate your account, and their support is pretty bad. Number three, some product needs to be removed. Some are so old that it is yet to be removed on the platform. And a lot of things have been changing, which would want to prompt that product to probably go for an upgrade. But of course, the platform is yet to remove some of those products. And then number four, the platform itself is looking old and unfriendly. So for all of this reason, I would give JVZoo a 1/3 rating. Number two, ClickBank, another very good platform, one of the oldest that we have. They also pay in dollars, right? And it's not a Nigerian company. These were like the pioneers of affiliate marketing marketplaces from the beginning. But recently, number one, they stopped supporting Nigerians for a reason best known to them. I don't know. They just stopped supporting Nigerians, right? And then number two, they have too many low offers. Somebody like me don't want to go pick up a product on that platform, and the offers are very unfriendly. No, I don't want to do that. And you also don't want to do that. You want to make a sale, and then before you know it, you are cashing in big from your sales efforts. And then number three, they charge a whooping 7.5% on all of your earnings. Wow, that's 7% from every sale that you make. That's way too high for me. And they also charge for dormant accounts. This one was a turn off for me. Yeah. So if, for instance, you went out for a break to probably go on a vacation, and then when you come back, you discover that your account has been charged for being dormant. So for this reason, I would rate ClickBank 1/3. And then number 3, Expertnaire. So it was just looking like this Expertnaire platform had to study these guys, and then they looked at all of their downside and loopholes and built their own platform. First, they designed this platform strictly for Nigerians. That's number 1. And number 2, they pay high commissions ranging from 15 to 50k per product sale. So if you sell a product of 100,000, you go with 50,000 as a commission. You and the owner is splitting it half to half. Wow, that's huge for me. And then 3, they pay weekly, right? So if depending on the amount of sales you make in a week, at the end of the week, they pay you without complaint and delays. And then number 4, they also have a support system that helps and also train new affiliates weekly. Wow. So this for me was the no-brainer, the cashing out for me. Imagine if you're just starting out and you're having difficulties navigating the platform or having difficulties trying to understand the entire process. Every week, there's what we call a support system that trains you weekly. Well, so because of all of this reason, I give Expertnaire a 3/3. So let me show you what the platform looks like. So this is exactly what the product dashboard looks like. If you look at the left hand side where my cursor is, navigating right now, you will see the product codes. These are the product codes, and next to it is the name of the product. Right, you can see that those Triton income generator, Facebook ads for smartphones, and all of that. And then the third one here is the price. Look at this. Take a look at this. This is 20k, right? And then the affiliate commission here is 50%. All of these are in percentage. So what this means is that it is 50% off the entire cost. Look at that. Look at that. You can look at that. Look at that. If you scroll down, you would see all of their commission. All are 50. There's even one that is with 55. Look at this, 55, right? And then these are the vendor names, and then performance, and then of course the affiliate link. Yes, affiliate. So once you copy your link from here, you send it to whoever is willing to buy, and then you're looking for the solution. The person buys into it, you get your commission of over 50% straight into your account, just like that. Easy peasy, right? So number 3, which is the question that I know you'll be having at heart, is how to do affiliate marketing big. So for you might feel like, oh, how do you really do this stuff? Like when I mean big, like these big boys that you have been seeing around. I know you see them flaunting their lifestyle and everything. So get ready, I'm about to unveil that to you. But note, this is a top secret. You would not see it anywhere. And trust me, nobody's willing to share. But because you are here on this webinar tonight, I will show you this free of charge like I promised. So help me God. So let's jump right in. Now, there's a working strategy to this thing. And there are things that you might need to know in order to succeed big time as an affiliate. This secret is perhaps one of the things nobody will ever tell you. And this is why a lot of newbies fail in this business, right? So I need your attention, please. If this is the only thing you're going to catch in this webinar, please, it will be worth the entire while. Now, secret number 1, never ever promote your products or your links directly. You see those guys sending links, to your DMs, spamming your inboxes, all in the name of buy. Don't ever copy those guys. You see those guys, they don't make a single sale. As a matter of fact, they fall into the bandwagon of people that end up frustrated, and then they complain that it is really, really difficult. And that's because they're actually doing it the wrong way. But because you are on this webinar tonight, you will get it right, and because you are listening to Paul, right? So there's a no-fail strategy that works for every successful big boy out there. If you must win, you must follow the same flow as well in order to make it big. And of course, I'll be sharing that with you for free. And this is the 4-flow strategy. Voila, right? So unlike those guys that just go, they sign up on the platform, pick up a link and start spamming people's DMs. You will not do that. The very first process you need to do in your campaign is to generate leads, right? You generate leads, and that you can do via free traffic. You can also do that via paid traffic, either through Facebook ads or others, or through your content marketing, right? Right? So you have the product link. The first thing you need to do is to generate traffic, right? Traffic is the first thing. Yeah, I remember I said I was going to talk about traffic. So stay put. I'm still going to talk about that expressly. I ain't going nowhere, right? So the next thing you do is you now bring out this generated traffic into an enclosed place where you educate them about the product, right? It could be a WhatsApp group class, it could be a lead magnet, which is a PDF that captures everything about the product, so that they can have a full information of what they are coming into. It could also be a webinar like something I'm doing right now, or a YouTube video, that you could probably go search at random in order to get full information of how the product works, right? So you educate them. After educating them, you don't stop there. Now, note, a lot of people fail at this point, They feel like after they've generated the leads and then they've taught them what they needed to know, the next thing is to introduce the product and make a sale. What a lot of people do. And once they don't make a sale, they give up on it. But that should not be you. The next thing you should do is to nurture, which is the next step. And this is where your money is, right? So you follow up your leads to ensure that you put the products in their faces to keep reminding them about the offers. So this is where you probably have to put up testimonials from third parties that have used that particular product, that are testifying to the goodness of the product, so that they themselves can see that this product truly works, right? You can also follow them up, by giving them a few other tips on how to better use the product, right? And what people are saying about the product. Some people call it what we call social proof, right? So these are things that you need to follow up with your prospects with in order for them to get convinced and eventually close the sale, right? So that's the 4-wheel flow strategy. This is exactly what every big boy out there uses. The only difference is that some of the big boys do it big time. They're spending a lot of resources. But of course, in the process of this video, I'm going to show you how you're going to get this traffic for free. I'm also going to show you how you are going to nurture them easily and also follow up until close. So just stay with me. Now, secret number 2, traffic, right? Now, this is like what Chinedu was asking me about earlier. All right. These are the strangers who will buy from you. So if you don't understand what traffic is just an influx of leads, an influx of people that are looking for solution or that are willing to buy into what you have to sell. Now, let me tell you the truth. A lot of time, the people that will buy off your shelf are actually strangers, right? People that don't know you. And the reason is not far-fetched. They are much more interested in the solution that what you have will bring to them, and they are careless about who owns the solution, provided they know the solution works. For example, a doctor, most times, if a doctor is ugly and not too handsome or not too well dressed, but that doctor is proficient, that doctor at that same time is actually very notorious and known for being one of the best doctors you can lay your hands on around the particular vicinity at that time. If you are down with a particular ailment and then this doctor is recommended to you, would you actually want to start looking at the way the doctor looks? Would the look matter to you at that point? Of course not. The looks or who the doctor is would not even matter. As a matter of fact, we have seen doctors that actually smoke, but yet they are good at what they do. But of course, people consult them because they are experts. Same thing applies in this case. Strangers are the ones who will buy off because they are more interested in the solutions. Your friends, your relations, yes, they could buy, but of course, trust me, on a scale of 1 to 10, only 2 to 1% would buy. And most times, those 2 to 1% would probably buy out of maybe pity, or let me just patronize his or her business, not entirely because of the solution. So, in most occasions, if you want to sell off your shelf, strangers are who you should look for. And this is what you need to get right. Quality traffic and leads is your cash and not the product itself. So now I'll be showing you where you can go online so that you can stop most of this traffic, tons and tons of traffic for free, so that you can get them for free. You don't need to do paid ads if you cannot. If you do these things that I'm about to show you well, right, to do it, follow the steps properly, you would definitely get results. I'm about to show you all of that for free. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you sure you are ready to see this? You're sure, right? All right. Here you have it. Here are 30 places you can go online right now, today, to start getting free traffic. I don't know if you want to screen grab this or you want to copy this or wait a few more time so that you can do this. So if you are not too conversant with Facebook paid ads, even though I would recommend that, because it gets to a certain point when you need to scale, you might need to run ads. But of course, you can start from here. All right. Voila. That's not all. Here is more, right? You thought I would 30 was just the only place. No, we have more. So here are more other places where you can get traffic for free. So you can go on all of those platforms right now, on Quora, right, on Pinterest, on Twitter. You can get those guys for free, expired domains. If you do them well, you will get them for free and start selling ASAP. Have I done justice to that already? All right. Secret number 3, which is something that you should note, is you never leave your leads dry. So you've gotten the traffic, you've educated them, and then you've introduced the product. But you should never leave them dry. A lot of persons do this, and then at some point they lose tabs of their leads. Their leads suddenly go from hot to cold, and the moment they blow cold, it is difficult to sell to your leads. What you need to do is to ensure that you educate and nurture them skillfully without being desperate to sell. You don't go into their DMs asking them to no. From your consistency, these guys would eventually pay you. They would even beg you to pay payment. Now, there you have it. Those are the 3 secrets that you can use to make this work big time. Now, the next question on your heart is, okay, you have seen all of this I've given you. Does this really work? Right, here is my dashboard here. You can see some of my payouts. This is the proof that you need to have. I don't need to tell you whether it works. There are tons of people out there, and I'm sure you have been seeing it before now. And here is mine too. And I got this right from the same platform as I've been telling you about. Now, this is the truth. I've shown you that it works. I've also showed you how you can, where the platforms where you could probably get some of these things and get started right away. Right? But I would want to ask, if you've come this far, right? If you take that small bold step right now, would you say that you've learned something about affiliate marketing and making money online today via the same webinar, right? I'm asking you a question right now if you're watching or you're on this call. Or before now, would you say this video unveiled a whole new perspective about affiliate marketing that you have never seen before? Yes, I want to see the responses. And if you're catching on the replay, you can also drop the responses as well. Okay, this is because tonight, I have showed you how it all started for me, right? I have showed you how I told you all of that story if you have been following, right? And 2, I have also shared a model that every big boy out there uses to rake in millions here online. And number 3, I have also explained the model, secrets, and how you can generate tons of free traffic right here online. All right, taking a quick recap to all of what we've learned today, right? With all of the secrets I unveiled, right? You can go right ahead to pick a hot product and start promoting right away, all by yourself without being taught what to do. And step two, you can also build a big boy strategy on your own that will automatically make you tons of cash while doing this affiliate marketing thing on your own. What I have learned, I've taught today, right? I've also showed you step three, how you can generate foot traffic and also make strangers your buyers. I've taught you how you can actually nurture these guys and not leave them high and dry. All of this I have taught in this webinar. If you can't remember, if you are getting this video on replay, you can just scroll back or move the cursor back so that you can start from where I taught and unveiled secrets, right? Okay. But there are two options on the table. There are two options on the table tonight. And option one, you can take all of this that you've learned, right? Just like I rightly said earlier on, and run with it to start making tons of money on the internet. Because I am sure with what you've learned, you can change your entire life. Some don't even get half of what I have taught today, and they are making a huge amount of money for themselves, right? So this is option one. And the truth is, if you are able to take action, I don't mind whether you're reaching out or not, and then you start making progress with what you've learned from here, I would be a fulfilled man, right? I'll be fulfilled for doing this webinar. That alone would make me happy. The only thing you need to do is whenever you are sharing your testimony, just remember to call me out, right? That will be fine. But there is option two, right? So what if I tell you that you can walk this road while I hold your hands to make you over 500K within the next 2 weeks, right? This is option two. I would hold you, we jump on calls. I'll put you on a community where I have other mentees where I train, and then they also consult me for free, right? And I ensure that they make the same amount that I've spelled out, right? A lot of them are actually, crushing it, and I'm going to make you walk the same road with me, right? That's option two. But note, option two to work effectively, right? I will highly recommend that you go right ahead to commence with what I call the 72 IG Income Generator Blueprint. It's a program by Tony, right? Who is one of my mentors. And this is exactly where I also started from. So of course, if you're walking this road with me, you have to start where I started from. And this is to ensure that you learn the ropes and become better than I am and even make more. I'll be glad, right? The most important thing is that your life changes for good. This course is a game changer, and I started from here as well, right? So with the 72 IG Income Generator program, right? Like the name implies, it is a step-by-step guide on how you can move from zero to making over 750K using just your WhatsApp and your mobile phone and Expania platform in just 72 hours after you must have implemented all that you have learned, right? So the original fee of that course is worth 750K, right? Okay, I know you heard that right now, but just chill, stay with me. There's still more, right? And with that 72 IG, right, you are also going to get a comprehensive email marketing course. It's a pay-per-click course, right? It's going to come with the course. It's going to help you ensure that you learn how to do email marketing like a pro, how you can follow up with newsletters and sending emails, right, like a pro and not the regular ones that you see on the regular. This course alone is worth 800K, right? Okay, but wait, there's still more, right? This guy said you should wait. There's still more to get, right? So number three, along with the 72 IG, right, you are also going to get the Twitter Blueprint course. This teaches you how to use Twitter effectively, right? So that you can generate tons of organic traffic for free. It also comes with ready to use published tweets that you can start tweeting on Twitter right from this minute, right? As a matter of fact, you can even be on your way to becoming a Twitter influencer just with this course. And this course is what 24,500 naira, right? And then number four, right? You are also going to get a community support classes, a 3-hour support classes online, right? Right? So immediately you get the course, you'll be added into a support community where you meet other affiliates of yourself, where you can also rub minds, ask questions, and grow from there. Right? The worth of this class for me is priceless. And the truth is, the moment you come into that community, it is for life. We don't remove you after a certain period or a certain duration. It is for life. All of this comes with you buying the 72 IG income generator. And then, of course, you would get a free subscription on the Expertnia affiliate program. Originally, the affiliate program came for 10,000 naira. So if you don't go through the 72 IG or you don't buy that, you can go up and sign up for just 10,000 naira. But of course, if you go through the 72 IG, you would get that one for free. Remember all of what I have been bringing for free, right? Okay. But there's still more. You thought I was done? Right? There is still more. But before I go for that, let's listen to a couple of other people that their lives have been transformed using the same model.
Hi, my name is Pascal Mbaka, and one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life was actually to take the 72 IG program. I'm a full-time student at Nnamdi Azikiwe University. I got to know about the Expertnet platform in general through a curious Google search. I got myself registered, and inside the platform, I saw a product, the 72 IG program. I took the program, and at that moment, everything changed for me. In fact, in my first 4 days, I crossed over 1 million naira. The rest of that single week, I did 1.3 million naira. I've had people making millions of naira just getting to know who I was, and all these things, all these transformations wouldn't have been possible if not for the fact that I made the single decision of taking the 72 IG program. And let me take it to my computer. So this is my dashboard, and I'm just going to go ahead and refresh. I'm a full-time student. I do this part-time when I can.
My name is Uchendu Obialo Anthony, and
then this is another guy.
So we can hear him. That is exactly where I'm recording this video from. I was a secondary school teacher in 2020, and I heard about the 72-hour income generator program from a friend on Facebook, and I decided to give it a try. The course has really helped me. It has taught me some high income skills and helped me to make a whole lot of money for myself. I think here is my dashboard. This is my Expertnia dashboard. As you can see my name up here, Uchendu Obialo Anthony. As at today that I'm recording this video, I've made 3,659,500 naira, and this money has actually been paid into my bank account. This is just my Expertnia account balance, 90,000 naira, and by Friday this other money will go to the next payout and it will be paid into my bank account as well. I think this training is a holistic training. It takes you from somebody who doesn't know how to do anything online to somebody who can generate a whole lot of money implementing the program, implementing the training. My advice to anybody watching this video right now is, number one, I want you to go and thank that person that showed you this particular training. Anybody that showed you this training, go and be grateful to that person, because that person really wants to change your life. If not for my friend that actually showed me this particular training on Facebook, I would still be a secondary school teacher receiving 30,000 naira per month and living in my uncle's uncompleted building eating mama thank you. But because of this training, I've been able to move into a nicer apartment, and I'm able to provide for my family month in, month out, send them bags of rice, food stuff. My name is Uchendu.
All right. All right. Because of our time, we'll have to proceed further. I'm sure you heard from all of those third party. But of course, there is still more. And this is the banger. Right? Are you ready? Right. Okay. So once you purchase this tonight, right? You purchase it this minute. You purchase that's the 72 IG income generator program, right? You purchase that this minute. You automatically gain a one-on-one mentorship with me, where I will guide you until you become successful for free. So when I mean successful, it's a lifetime access into my community, my mentorship community program, and that is worth 150,000 naira. You can see it. You can see it, right? So this is my master class. This is how I hold it. This is a 6 weeks one-on-one hands-on training. It's a closed-door practical session geared towards, right? So these are the details. It's presently live on Seller, and you can see the fee. But if you get that 72 IP program, right, tonight, you need to get that for free. And finally, right, finally, you will also get how to attract buying customers for free. Now, what this entails is that I will give you ready to use copies, ready to use content that you can post in Facebook communities, WhatsApp communities to attract buyers, right? You can use that to generate leads from all of those free traffic generating platforms that I told you. It's a templated, ready to use content that you can use. So you can just go copy and paste them, right? And then you will start getting leads of people for free. So all of that would come if you buy the 72 IG income generator. Now, here's a summary of all that you'll be getting tonight. First, you will get the 72 IG income generator program for 750,000 naira. 2, you'll get the version 2.0 of that same program worth about 800,000 naira. And of course, the Twitter Blueprint course, which is presently at around 24,500. You would also get a weekly support class from Expert. Now, for me, that one alone is priceless. And you would also get the subscription, which I already told you originally that if you go sign up, that's what, about 10,000 naira, but you get that for free. And you'll get a one-on-one mentorship with me, that's Paul eBay, what 150,000 naira. And then content to get tons and tons of free traffic for free, right? But that's what 50,000 naira on a very good day. All of that is summarized around 1.784,500 million naira. But tonight, this you will get for just 65,000 naira only. All of this, which is what, about 1.7, is what you'll be getting for 65,000 naira only. And surely this price will go up soon, because before now, 2 weeks back, it was about 60,000 naira, but right now it's presently pegged at 65, and before you know it, it's moving all the way up to 100,000 naira. But for fast action takers that would not want to procrastinate, that would not want to remain the way they are after watching all of this value, would want to take action to start changing their fortunes. You've heard everything I told you tonight. You've also heard from other people. Now it's left for you to take that decision. And then, of course, some of the offers I have most definitely go off the shelf. Now you can change your life for good, or you can choose to close YouTube right now and walk away, just like you have been doing to every other opportunities that you have seen on you'll be tagging all of them scam. All of these things are just scam. But trust me, not everything you see out there is a scam, just like this one. And the choice is actually yours. Change the trajectory of your entire 2023 or choose to remain the way you are. And then you go back at the end of 2023, the same picture that you saw is the same thing you'll be seeing today. But of course, you make that decision and get 72 IG program right now for 65,000 naira. All right, if you are ready to get started, then go ahead and send me a message on WhatsApp using my link below. Right? You can use my WhatsApp link, send me a message, and I'll be willing to respond to all of your questions and also show you the next phase on how to get started. Or you can click the 70 link that I have right underneath this video to get started right away, and I'll get your notification as soon as possible, right? And finally, you can also go ahead to subscribe to this channel and drop your questions below if you have concerns. And I will be willing and open-minded enough to respond to each of them anytime I come back online. And also, I'll be dropping more similar videos that will ensure that your 2023 does not end the way you started it. All right, that will be all for tonight. Remember, life itself is for the taking. Only those who are willing and are ready to go to the extreme will change the trajectory of their life. Until I come your way next time, I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.